Hey guys, welcome to episode number 58 of OG Toys. I'm OG. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to look at Mega Bloks. Now, I've never bought anything from Mega Bloks. This is the first time I've actually purchased anything, and I was quite surprised. Basically, I've been a true and die-hard collector of Lego, only Lego, but this time something caught my eye about these figures, and they're just really well put together. So I thought I'd take a look at them, and one figure turned into the entire series. And hunting these things down were ridiculous. Trying to find that translucent red Power Ranger was a heck of a hard time. I've never had a search, this hard to find any kind of minifigure in the blind packs. The Lego stuff, you'll eventually find it. It's pretty easy to feel it out. Same with this. It wasn't too hard to differentiate it from the other figures. Just finding it was the toughest part. These things sell so quickly in my area that I had to hit about 4 different stores, and eventually I found one. But literally after 4 different places to look for these things, I finally found one out of about 3 boxes of figures that they had at this store. So this thing is ultra rare, but he is really, really well done. So let's take a look at the figures in depth. We'll start off with the training mode Red Ranger. So what's cool about these guys, they come with a little brick instead of the little display stand. So that's cool. You can take them off of that. Now the figure is very much like a Lego figure. The form, the articulation, and the way they're set up. They look really cool. They have some nice detail, some pretty good printing front and back. They got cool weapons. Like, the weapons are really nicely done. Like, check a look at this sword. Really good paint applications on there too. And the easiest way to find these kind of guys, these little training guys, is you feel this edge off the sword, off the hilt. So if you find that, hopefully, you're either going to get one of the training gear guys, or hopefully the Mega Mode Pink Ranger. But this figure is really nice. Good amount of articulation. You got a plug on the top, so you can put any kind of helmet onto the figure too. Exact same articulation as a Lego figure. You got the movable legs, arms, and the swivel in the wrist joint and the head. Also, you have a bit of waist articulation, which is kind of nice to see. Very cool. I like this figure. It looks really nice. And then you have the Green Ranger, which is virtually a exact same figure, except he's green. That's the only difference between the two. This guy reminds me of some sort of Mortal Kombat figure more than anything, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. Like I said, he's the exact same as the Red Ranger in training mode. And then you got one of the villains for the show, and this guy is called Decker. Kind of looks fat. His face just looks like a fat guy. I know he's not a fat guy, but he just looks fat. He's got a fat face, but it's got a lot of good detail. Look at the hair, the way it swoops down from his neck. That's really nice. And same with the weapon, the blade. Really good paint application. These are all paints. And he looks really good. He's got some good print apps on the chest. He actually has boots. And again, same articulation. You got the slight waist movement, the head, hands, arms, and of course the legs. He's one of the main villains in the series, and you can also get Decker in his full battle mode with his white armor in one of the play sets as well. And then you got some, what are these guys called? Moogers. I bought 2 of them because I just thought they looked cool. And yeah, wow, the only disappointment is the same sword as Decker, except this is completely red, and the hilt's a different color. But this guy's got a cool face. You can see there is just like Jaws, and this thing is the face. Pretty cool looking. He's got some soft rubber armor. You can take that off, and he's got printed kind of a blocky brown there. Nothing on the back though, but still a really nice looking figure. Wanted to get 2 just to build up a bit of an army for these guys, and they look awesome. So again, trying to find this guy, you definitely just feel for these extra pieces here in the packaging, and you'll find this thing no problem. It wasn't hard to find whatsoever. Alright, so the Mega Mode Pink Ranger. Now, mine, for some reason, came with two of these swords. I don't know if they were supposed to. On the packaging, it looks like it's just one sword, but for some reason I got two of them, and I'm not complaining about that because the swords are freaking awesome. They're very well done. But this figure was what really impressed me. You know, they got this really nicely detailed figure. The headpiece just looks phenomenal. You got this body armor as well. So I'll just take this off, and look, you actually have the like a training mode ninja head for the Pink Ranger, which is pretty cool. You can take this extra chest piece off, and it's a softer material as well. And there's no real printing on the chest. There's just that little gold. I'm not even sure what that is. There's some gold decal there. And you do have to build these figures as well, which is kind of different. You know, you got to put the belt on. This piece on the torso, or on the waist, excuse me, this little belt goes like that. You pop that on. You grab the chest piece, the head, and of course the really nice helmet, and boom, ready to roll. Really cool figure, greatly done. Now they do have different variations on all of the figures, of course, in separate little battle packs or in vehicle play sets, so you can get, I believe, another version of almost all the figures, so that's kind of cool. And then you got the Blue Ranger. Again, this one isn't a Mega Mode, which I guess is their powered up version, but this has a really cool looking bow, and I like the blue. The blue is such a good color. You know, this is how Captain America should have been from the Avengers line. It's got a really nice shade of blue. Great printing on the face too. The helmet, of course, comes off, and you got that ninja head underneath. You got printing on the front. Nothing on the back though. But again, if you're looking for this figure, you're gonna feel for this weapon. It's a big weapon. You can't miss it. Just feel for that front part here. You should have no problem finding this guy. Alright, now moving on. This is the hardest figure to find. This was ridiculous. This is the translucent Samurai Red Ranger. It comes with a massive weapon. This is what you're going to feel for in the packaging. You should be able to find it. No problem if you can find the freaking figure. And it was extremely hard to find this thing. It's ridiculous. But the figure himself is transparent. That's what's cool. The torso is completely transparent, as well as the legs. It does have paint on the boots though. You can see his actual red ninja face underneath the mask, which is pretty cool. You just pop that off. Again, no printing on the back, just the front. It looks really cool. Very well done figure. It's worth the hunt. Yeah, I would say it was worth the hunt, because you're never going to find this translucent version probably in any other sets. You just have some other versions of the Power Ranger, Red Ranger, but this is the only one that has a translucent sets. So this guy here is the Samurai Gold Ranger, and this one too. It's different from the actual figure that's available in some of the other play sets. Play sets have them in gold and black, and I believe it's a Mega Mode for the armor piece, but this one here is, you know, just a blue and gold version, and it looks really nice. Again, ninja head underneath, no printing on the back. You got printing on the torso, excuse me, and the legs, and you got that gray belt, the sword as well. Really cool looking sword. Now I'm trying to find this guy, which you want to look for. Feel the hilt of these swords. This one's completely flat on one end, on both sides here, and it doesn't have any sharp points. It doesn't have that fin that sticks out, and try and feel for the rough edge if you can on that sword. That's what I did with this guy. Now there are codes you can look for, but man, codes kind of just take the fun out of just trying to hunt and feel through the packages. But if you definitely want to get the full set, there are codes you can find, and you have no problem getting them that way too. Now it does come with a little pamphlet which gives you a breakdown of all the guys in the sets. And what's really cool, I thought, was the classifications: ultra rare, rare, and common. You can see up here there's a color corresponding to the figure's availability. And as you can see, this Red Ranger is ultra rare. So most of the guys here are common, the guys on the bottom, and these ones here are rare, so a little tougher to find, but I found those guys with no problem. Just this guy was ridiculously hard to find. But, and also on the back, it gives you a kind of a breakdown on the pieces and how to build the figure if you're not sure, and some more product right at the bottom there. So, pretty cool. I was pretty impressed with some of the Power Ranger stuff here. You know, being a Lego guy, Mini-Make guy, never thought I'd buy any kind of Power Ranger stuff or Mega Bloks for that reason. But these guys impressed. You know, they're compatible with Lego. In fact, I'll show you a Lego figure. And see how they measure up. Let's take a basic Luke Skywalker figure. And we'll compare him to the Gold Ranger. And they're pretty much the exact same height. You know, what's really cool is, like, I like the way these guys are compatible with Lego. You know, you can fit these into your space sets or whatever you want, and they'll look just fine. Very cool. Very different from the Halo stuff. I've never purchased any of the Halo stuff. Not too crazy about some of the minifigs. And I've heard the instructions are ridiculous. But these guys definitely are awesome. So if you're looking for something a little different to collect, if you're looking for something that's kind of fun, and you can go on the hunt and try and find the collection, I would definitely recommend getting these figures. The price point was, I believe, about $238, around there, $268 a figure, really cheap. You know, you're looking at the Lego minifigures are about $350 a figure, so these ones are a little less expensive. And I got these when they were all on sale, so they were like $238 or $219 a figure, really cheap. So definitely pick them up if you can find them, and good luck hunting, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. More reviews coming shortly. Take care.